So here we are, more than half a century later, once again facing the challenges of a new age. Here we are, once more marching toward an unknown future, what I call the Joshua generation to their Moses generation, the great inheritors of progress paid for with sweat and blood and sometimes life itself. We've inherited the progress of unjust laws that are now overturned. We take for granted the progress of a ballot being available to anybody who wants to take the time to actually vote. We enjoy the fruits of prejudice and bigotry being lifted slowly, sometimes in fits and starts, but irrevocably from human hearts. It's that progress that made it possible for me to be here today.
So to me, Martin Luther King Day does a couple of things. It reminds us of how far we have come, and it also reminds us that we still have work to do. I think of it, as one of our previous administrators said, as not a day off, but a day on. We've come really far in our country, but we still have a lot of work to do, and that work needs to happen as citizens come together and work together.
To me, MLK celebration is an inspiration. It shows what one man can do, what one person can do to change whatever they want to change. MLK was just a small minister from South who was born in an age where there was no progress for him, and he decided to change that. And one man was able to change an entire country's view on race and equality. And that's why we celebrate him. And it's an inspiration to me because it shows that you can follow your dreams and they can actually do something and still mean something years after you're gone.
So celebrating MK would mean celebrating the fact that we're closer to becoming a nation as a whole without differences. I mean, there's still differences, but it's celebrating the fact that we're getting closer to a community where differences don't matter, and instead of pushing people away for differences, we accept them.
MLK Day to me is a day for us to remember that we are all united as one, and no matter race or religion or any different kind of thing, that we are all united as one people, and it's a day for us to volunteer and to give back to the community that has served us.
MLK means everything for us here at Rogers. It means we are one. We are a group of people who work together and accept one another for who we are, and accept our similarities and our differences. We are here to work together and move forward in the best interest of our students, and we want everybody to be successful and accept one another, their own background, their own culture, their own language, and so on and so forth.
The assembly for me here at Rogers means a representation of all of the diversity that we actually have at the school, because it's great how they encompass all the different students and all the different heritages that represent our school, and I've always thought it's one of those ones that gets the best response. That and the Veterans Day Assembly are two of the most important ones here at Rogers, I feel, because of the way that they're presented and the things that they cover.
The celebration of the Martin Luther King Jr. holiday really has a special place. Me being a history teacher, the fact that it celebrates the civil rights movement, the history of the civil rights movement, and all the significant events that took place from the Voting Rights Act to the Civil Rights Act, and all the people that really help Dr. Martin Luther King with the struggle and the fight to achieve rights and equality for all people.
MLK at Rogers, I think, means to me a celebration of our diversity and our cultures here at Rogers High School. It's great to look back on history and know that someone was fighting for this diversity, and we at Rogers really respect that.
All right, so I guess what the celebration of the MLK Day means to me, It means that I guess we as a country need to, follow in MLK's footsteps, and when we need to struggle to make things better every time, right? Not that we're bad, but we can always get better. And it, like the quote that stands out to me is, right, injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. And so I think that when we need to take that example when we see injustices, right, as our duty, as Americans, as, world citizens, to then, confront that injustice so that other people don't suffer from similar injustices.
As a woman of African American descent, a day to celebrate a man that changed the face of civil rights is extremely important. I know many people don't want to hear that, but de facto, it's a matter of fact that not only African Americans, but people of color in general, men and women, have gone and are still going through many hardships of achieving total equilibrium of the rights that any individual has had to this day.
MLK Day means to me acceptance and having a really good environment to everyone around you.
Hey, being at Rogers High School, being one of the most diverse schools in the Puyallup School District, this is the most fantastic school in Puyallup to be at, number one. And it shows Martin Luther King's struggle throughout our school daily.
Okay, so MLK Day is an opportunity to reflect, be a little bit more selfless, get out there and help your fellow man or woman, and do the best you can to be the best person that you can be. Here at Rogers High School, you get to see the results of Martin Luther King every day. We've grown to be one of the most diverse schools in the area, and every day we get to practice what MLK was preaching.
So even though we face the difficulties of today and tomorrow, I still have a dream. It is a dream deeply rooted in the American dream. I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal. I have a dream that one day on the red hills of Georgia, the sons of former slaves and the sons of former slave owners will be able to sit down together at the table of brotherhood. I have a dream that one day, even the state of Mississippi, a state sweltering with the heat of injustice, sweltering with the heat of oppression, will be transformed into an oasis of freedom and justice. I have a dream that my 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream today I have a dream that one day down in Alabama, with its vicious racists, with its governor having his lips dripping with the words of interposition and nullification, one day right there in Alabama, little black boys and black girls will be able to join hands with little white boys and white girls as sisters and brothers. I have a dream today I have a dream that one day every valley shall be exalted, and every hill and mountain shall be made low, the rough places will be made plain, and the crooked places will be made straight, and the glory of the Lord shall be revealed, and all flesh shall see it together. This is our hope. This is the faith that I go back to the South with this faith.